touched the stone. A green light emanated from it. The boy looked surprised. Tony realizes this is the Garden of Eden. Everyone pokes their heads out to look into the cave, but to their surprise, the royal doctor had been waiting for them. Soldiers surrounded them, leading the group to the royal doctor. He ordered Tony to reveal the location of the Tree of Wisdom, but Tony himself didn't know, and his indifferent attitude. The royal doctor was furious. He took the lance from the soldier. He smashed it on the ground in anger. To his surprise, the ground appeared lava red, and it was spreading fast in all directions. A black dragon had just awakened from its slumber. He spat out flames, and in an instant, he killed the soldiers. Even the royal doctor fell into the bottomless hole. The dragon swung. Its tail fell on the polar bear. To save his companion, Tony drew his sword and slashed at the dragon's tail. This instantly enraged him. He was swept up by the tail, but luckily Tony knew the language of animals. He immediately communicates with the dragon. He senses that he's not feeling well. He tried to treat him, but the dragon refused and rudely chased him away. But Tony, a doctor, would never give up on his patient. He went to the dragon. First he calmed him down. Then he arranged for the animals to be prepared for surgery. The group pushed the dragon down. Tony told the boy to keep communicating with the dragon to relieve him of his stress. Then the polar bear was given control of the dragon's hind legs so that he doesn't stomp around. Then they came to the vent. He pulls a whole bunch of stuff out of it, but one thing was stuck. So Tony tells the dragon to hold its breath. Then he ordered the polar bear to squeeze his stomach. Tony feels the last thing that's blocking his gut. He and the ape push together. Finally, to the roar of the dragon, the object was pulled out. Tony cured the dragon. As a token of his gratitude, he brought the group to the wisdom tree. The animals worked together to pick a fruit of wisdom. Then they set off on their way home. As the appointed time came, the queen's life grew fainter and fainter. Luckily, they arrived just in time. Tony, the flying squirrels, grabbed the fruit. Then he threw it away, and the boy made a sliding shovel, catching the fruit before it hit the ground. As the juice drips into the queen's mouth, he finally opens his eyes. The queen's recovery is immediately complimented by the Lord, and Tony stood next to a painting. It turns out he had left a bamboo worm behind before he left, and the little one had been lurking for days. The mastermind of the queen's murder has been discovered. Tony exposes the Lord's deeds, and the poison was found on him. The queen ordered him to be taken into custody, and called Tony to her side. The boy was to be rewarded for his efforts. The princess appreciated it and got a kiss. But Tony declined the queen's offer. He just wanted to live a simple life. His hospital reopened, and the animals lined up for treatment, and Tony found his healthful self.